The eyes of the world watching. It's time for the biggest night's battle between the New York Jets and the Atlanta Falcons. The eyes of the world are watching, and there is one story that we are all focused on. Hi, everybody. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt here to tell the final chapter of this story. Man, ask the question that so many are tuned in to see answered. Can they complete, Brock, an undefeated season, which would be just the second that the NFL has ever seen?
You know that champagne is not only on ice in that locker room, it's also on ice down in Miami as they pop that champagne. Those Dolphins in 72, the last team to actually do the whole journey undefeated. But remember, they only had 14 games in the regular season. This crew, they've achieved it through 17 games, a brutal postseason, and here they are.
They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Well, maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Bud lost some a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Another carry for Robinson. We call it 1, maybe 2 yards at the end, Brock. It's 3rd down. We're the top dog for the upcoming postseason, and we all know that is so important, Brock, because it's going to give their injured guys that extra week of recovery as they try to get back out there for a postseason run.
Yeah, Kate, and here's now the key. With that #1 seed and that bye week secured in your pocket, you just do not want to add anybody to that injured list. And if that extra week of rest can help somebody, anybody, get back out there, what a lift for the postseason.
Gets this one to London. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Robinson on the inside give. And he's going to gain about 3 yards as they bring him down.
I mean, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. They're throwing it. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's up cold at the spot. We'll keep paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And on first down, only gets about a yard here, and the defender there to force him out.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you can see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and he netted some positive yards.
Hits him on the out route. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Looking to throw on 3rd. And pass out the screen. Here's Robinson. Flies past the 1st, inside the 30. And he has it down to the 26-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
It is caught left side. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Our story's still just getting started. We're through one here in Super Bowl 65. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We're right back to Arlington after this. We're back and ready to go. Time to resume play here at Super Bowl 65. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. You look underneath here. Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons get the game's first points here in the 2nd. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Ryland tacks on the extra point. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Jets getting ready for this 1st and 10. Dive play straight ahead. They'll cobble together a yard there. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Ready. 50.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Taken in by Hill, right side. Free inside the 30. To the 10. It's a New York touchdown. The Jets finish off their opening drive. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. A lot of answers have to be found defensively.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Falcons and their quarterback ready to take over once again. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. He's going to throw this one. Defense is too much here. The Jets drag him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
9 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. He puts some air under it, deep down the left. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Okay, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that third down stop.
Starts the return at the 34. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. The Jets, and they're wide out, headed to the field for a new series. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Completes this one to Hill. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Set, ready. Ready.
Running for the marker on second. Still has some space inside the 35. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Give him 24 yards on that one. And that's good for a Jets first down.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Set, ready.
Back-to-back carries here. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. 10 black. Ready.
Another carry for him. And he gets a nice chunk, looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
Ready, ready. Red, 38. Set.
They give it to him again. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, New York.
Back to the well again. And he's going to take it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets take the lead just before halftime. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Bates now for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets break that tie and now lead by 7.
14. Falcons 7.
On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. This makes it up to the 25. Falcons offense returning to the field a final time before the half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. Just 25 seconds remaining as they get all set up for first down. Now throw to start the drive. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far. It's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. They're going to try and throw it here. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
3rd down, give to Robinson. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that first down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up.
27-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down. Austin McNamara.
So we've reached the half here in the Super Bowl, and we know our pal Scott Hansen has been watching intently. He's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen and our great crew here in the Orlando studios set for an abridged version of the halftime report. This game, to this point, a little slow to begin with, but in the second quarter, the offenses started finding their way.
Scotch, welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Well, we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. The Jets and this running back headed back out for a new series. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
60 red. Hut.
On first down, they'll run. Dodges another stop. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. He picks up 15 on the play. And it's good for a New York first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Let's go. 52 blue.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Black, 95. Check,
He's dropping back to throw. Connects on the crosser. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
ready, set.
Falcons going with a dime package here on 3rd down.
Set, hut. 50, green. Ready.
There's a dive up the middle. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Jets first down.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Set, ready. Hut.
They go play action on first down. Can't connect over the middle. It's incomplete. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10.
Ready, ready. Yellow, 43. Ready?
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Black 40. Hut, hut.
3rd and long for him here. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2 in 3rd downs. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stops. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 19-yard line.
Here's Robinson up the middle. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. That one complete to Pitts. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20.
Running here with Bijan. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. We'll get a stoppage here. Looks like there's a Jet in some discomfort following that play. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
That's good for a Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36.
Setting him on the dive. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. One frame away from determining a champion here in Super Bowl 65. The Falcons have the football. Got to erase that deficit, though, to keep their title hopes alive. 1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Now they give to Bijan. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. They look to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. To the air now on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
That one intended for Drake London, and that leaves them with 4th and 5.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
Well, simply put, Brock, they absolutely need to have the conversion here on 4th down. Desperation time here. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Falcons 1st down.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw here. Looking right, and he finds him. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Putting a receiver in motion. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Falcons losing by 7.
On the set.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Let's go. Go.
Handoff now to Robinson. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy, a lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the 1st.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Back to throw. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons cut it to a point late in this one. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. And he hits that point after, so we're all set up for a heck of a finish here. We're tied in the final frame of the Super Bowl. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jets have to begin another drive. And even with some time left, Brock, a long ways to go to get into range for a game winner. They're going to need to move it in a hurry. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Ready?
Setting up to pass. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Well, he came down a little awkwardly after making that tackle. Looks like he's in some discomfort now. We're going to have medical head out to check on him.
Ready, ready.
Here he is to throw. Right back to Hill. This is caught. And on 1st down, only gets about a yard here. And the defender there to force him out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot. Give your quarterback a chance.
And no look there. That throw falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I'll tell you this, Kate. They doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Down. Black. 95. Set.
Here he is to throw. Completed left side to Smith. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10.
Ready. Hut, hut.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. The Falcons take a timeout to their final 1. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Set.
He'll look to throw it. This one finds Taylor. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll run here on first down. Saw the lane, hit it quick, called out a gain of 7. Nicely done. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Let's set.
Blown back, gets the handoff. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. So everything comes down to this from Jake Bates. Only a 20-yarder here. The kick is good. He got it. And he's done it. They've done it. They've won the Super Bowl. And like the Broadway Joe-led squad before them, this year's New York Jets are once again Super Bowl champions. They made it through the regular season perfect. They advanced through those 2 playoff games. And now, Brock, now they can officially call themselves just the 2nd undefeated team in NFL history. Only them and those 72 Dolphins have ever claimed that piece of football immortality.
It's pretty wild, isn't it, Kate? Over half a century since we saw a team make it through an entire season undefeated. And in this modern NFL, remember, they played 20 games a season, at least 20 games. So we'd wondered if we'd ever see it happen again. But here we are, witnesses to history and witnesses to one of the best football teams ever assembled.
So that is a wrap. Another memorable NFL season in the books for our entire team here at EA Sports. For my partner, Brock Hewitt here, our fellow commentators, Brandon and Charles, Mike and Greg, I'm Kate Scott saying thanks for watching. We cannot wait to catch y'all again next season. Until then, good night, everybody, from the Super Bowl.